Hello everyone, this is Diane. I'm back. This is the same day that I did the previous video where I was stamping and adding elements in layers. So this is the same day. I just took a lunch break and now I'm back. And I'm going to continue with this signature, and I have some other ephemera pieces that I want to add. Let me show you what I brought over here with me. I have this drawer full of vintage labels of different types. This drawer with my little vintage stencils. And this drawer with my vintage, with my Victorian ephemera. So hopefully I'll be able to pull a few pieces out of that to use. But I also have this box where I have ephemera that I have made, and it's pretty full, so I want to pull some stuff out of here and actually use it. So I'm gonna pull some things that I think would go well in these journals. They're kind of grungy and eclectic, so I guess a lot of these little pieces would be great in these journals. That's with old yearbook photos. Got a bunch of little ones here. I'm gonna look for some bigger tags. They can't be too big. They can't be too tall for this journal. I've got some tags here. The story begins. These were made by Nancy from Wishes and Weeds, and they're just tags that she made out of the stamped portion of an envelope. That's pretty cool. Ooh, it's almost too tall. I think it is too tall. It might work in the other journal. I think the other journal is taller. But that one would work. These are from an S&H green stamp book. There's another one that I just saw. These are pieces from an S&H green stamp book, which are pretty cool. Got the same as this one. Yep. So all of these are too tall. Let's see if this one works. That one would work. Okay, and I have, this little box has journaling cards in it. Oh, I thought something stuck to the box, but it's the paper peeling off. So these are mostly just digitals that I sewed to coffee dyed paper. So they're pretty simple ones. I'll just leave these in the box and I can go through it when I come to a pocket that needs one. What else do I have in here? This is envelopes and bags. That's kind of cool. I didn't make that. Somebody sent that to me. I did make these. Oh, Got several of those. I don't know, I might use that. This was made by my friend Lehman from Lace Covered Skies. I might put that in my journal. This is an envelope I made with a ledger page, and it goes with my kind of decorating theme of stamped images. This is a bag that has an old vintage greeting card piece to it, but I think it's a little too sweet. Those are all too big. Maybe I might be able to use that piece. And I've got pockets here. I don't know how many pockets I need to add. That's not a pocket. Well, I think I was thinking of a tuck spot for that. But I have a lot of built-in pockets the way I constructed those pages, so I probably don't need a lot of pockets, but I'll pull some out anyway, just in case. Maybe. There's a library pocket. Okay, I think we have enough to get started with. Okay. Move this box out of my way. Now, got all my stuff here. I still have all my stamps around me. First thing I want to do is put something on the back of this signature, and I found this personal telephone directory, so I can take a page out of this. I don't know if there's a date on this. It's obviously old. Look at the phone. I don't see a date, but I'll just take a page. Looks like 60s or 50s from the pictures there. I could just glue that right there and have a place to write. I'll just add that on there for fun. Maybe I'll stamp on it. This is not absorbent material though. I'll have to dry it, and hopefully it will dry. can cut that out and use it somewhere. Oh, that looks really cool. I think that's good. Just going to trim off that yellow edge. I stamped it upside down. I'm just going to glue it with the 8 right side up. Well, I don't know where my glue cap went. There it is. Okay, now back to the beginning. I need a tag to go in here. I will put a ribbon or fiber or something in there later. And something in here. Actually, I'm gonna preserve one of my Victorian pieces in there. I really like this, even though there isn't any color on it. This is hand drawn. Very nicely done. Sorry if I bumped you. Octagon soap labels, coupons, not labels, I guess. Somebody was cutting them out and saving them to get a premium gift, but they didn't get used. One size fits all. Here's where I can use one of those pretty labels. I don't know if I'll be able to journal in this book at all. I can write on the tag. I can write on that. I'm just having fun decorating. The two journals that I'm doing, their pages are not made the same. Some of them are similar, but many of them are nothing alike. So I'll just be decorating according to whatever the page dictates. So this one I can leave as it is. This one I would like to add something to. Maybe a fabric cluster. Let me see what I have. I'm going to use this one by Virginia. Now this is where I would probably put a pocket, but I think I have enough pockets in here. So I'm not going to, because it's going to get fat enough as it is. So I'll put something on here that I can journal on. There's a journaling card in here I can write on. I can write on that dress. This is a digital that was made from a sample book. So somebody wrote about this sample. And I don't remember whose digitals they are. I got some of these cool price stickers and things from eBay. Just realized I have my dryer going and I left my door open to that room, so I'm gonna go close it because I know it bothers some people. The owner of this house had cats, and so there's a cat door cut into it. It's open, it doesn't even have a flap on it, so there's an opening that the sound can come through, but I can't help that. So if I wanted to, I could add something here that I can write on, or I'll just glue something on it that I want to save. So these are two painted paper, a bunch of painted papers together, but this is a pocket. Oh, it only goes to here, so it's not very deep. I have this card with the Tiffany & Co. stamp on it. It fits in there. I like that stamp. Put something colorful in there too. This is a digital perfume label. All right, I want to put maybe the green stamps or loyalty stamps there, so I have to get those. Town and Country. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. So this little baggie here, except for the green stamps, has some that are unique to me. I think this is the baggie I put them in. Yeah, because that green and red one, Merchant's green stamps, it's got some unique ones in there, so I can easily find them. This is a digital. There's a little pocket here. I have these little coupons that were part of a home ec teacher's book, I think. And these were like, all these yellow pages were in the middle or at the back of the book. So these were things that she could order for her students or to use in her class. And I just thought they were really cool. I'll find another place to put that. Okay. But I'm sure I have something to put in here. It's a little too tall. These are all digitals. I have to find just the right size. I don't want it to go down too deep. I could put a ribbon on it so I could pull it out. Well, I will have to find something to go there. I don't have it right now. I could maybe put a Mallow Cup card in there. These are vintage Mallow Cup cards. I could tie a ribbon around that so I could pull it out. And I'll find something else to put in there that I can actually write on. And I have a pocket there. This is a copy of an old postcard that I have. I think I'll just glue that there for a fun element. It's just a little stamped piece. This stamp, I think, is from Kathy Holden. And there's a tiny, tiny pocket right there if I want to put anything in there. And there's a pocket there. Ooh, that's gonna get ruined. I've got all these loose pieces in there. There's a pocket there. Some of these Victorian pieces I know I definitely wanted to keep. So when I have time, I'll go through that box more carefully and look for the ones that I wanted to keep and maybe substitute. Take some of these out and put those in. But this is really pretty. It was probably had a little picture or something there. And no pocket there. For safe driving. Oh, I don't want to glue that down. I want to leave that part open. This is a vintage gift wrap label. That would be fun to just stick in a pocket. Here, like this. That's a vintage label. So this signature is pretty full. That is one signature, just about done. So now I need to go back through these two, and I already colored some of the pages, and I will stamp on them and add the things like I did in the first video doing these kinds of things, and then add my vintage pieces. And then I can move on to the other journal. This is in here because I want to put this in here somewhere. How long have I been doing this? Not very long. So let's continue. I stuck this in here just so I would remember. It was a pocket, and I can put a tag in there. This is very similar to the first one I did. I'm gonna look for a bridge score sheet. This is all written on. There's one. Perfect. Another little stamped piece. And this is a tailor-made journal stamp from Creative Expressions. There's a collection. She had 2 collections of these vintage labels or vintage ads or something, and I love them. I have both. Very pretty. I really like, this caught my eye, that color of blue. So I'm gonna see if I have something in that color that I can back this with. There, that's pretty. It helps it stand out. This says quality buttons. I stamped this a long time ago, so maybe I'll just go ahead and use it now. It goes this way. So I might list some stuff in my shop, work on it tomorrow, and then publish the listings on Sunday if I can. But I think by the time, I think this video will be seen on Sunday, so, or Monday. So hopefully I have some new stuff in my shop as of yesterday when you see this video, but I don't know. No guarantees of that. Let's see. Are we about out of time? Nope, not yet. We're doing good. I'm moving right along. It helps to have all this ready-made stuff and vintage stuff that I don't have to do anything to. I think I'll stamp something on this page. Do it in this pine cone color. See what other stamped images I have. Agent for all kinds of fine rubber stamps. There's a tiny little pocket there. Sen, throat ease and breath perfume. Invaluable to singers and speakers. There's no powder left in it. I think it's a powder. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep one. I found several of these in different colors. I think it was at Bob's booth at the flea market. I can use a tiny little paper clip, but I think my paper clips are kind of, oh, there they are. I can reach them. I have these stamps that look like, it's called fragments. It just looks like torn pieces of wallpaper from Tim Holtz, and I love them. And then I saw these on Amazon. I don't think they're, I'm sure they're imitations, but they don't look like they're copies and miniaturized. They're different designs. And I like the fact that they were smaller. And I haven't used them yet. I'm going to stamp one of them up here. Looks like a cheap kind of rubber, and this is already coming off, and I've never used them. But hopefully it'll work okay. Let's see. And this is very sticky. Stamps nicely. just going to cut this a little bit smaller. All right, well, I think I'm gonna stop here. This is not a pocket. I'm gonna stop here, and I've got some housework to do. And I don't know how much more you'll see me decorating in these journals. Depends on how much you want to see. Tell me if you want me to keep doing these on video. I'm sure I won't do all of it on video for both journals. But I can do more if that's what you want. And also, I'm curious to know, I did ask in the previous video if you would want me to do this much decorating, adding the glued pieces in a journal that you purchase, or would you want me to send a packet of all of the goodies for you to add them where you want, if this was your journal. This one is mine, so I'm decorating it as much as I want to. But for the other one, I could do the stamping, like stamping on the pages, and then send stamped elements and ephemera pieces, both printed, like digital, and real vintage pieces in a packet for you. If it was your journal, what would you prefer? So I will see you in the next video, and I hope you're having a creative day. Bye.